properties of divisibility. Before going to that, I want to remind you something. You have already studied divisibility rules of 2, 3, 5, 8, 9 and 11, is it? And 6 also you have. That means all the divisibility rules I already sent to you. So that's you study well, then only you can go through this. Okay, you can understand this. What is the first divisibility property? What is the first property of divisibility? If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. Okay, if a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. So I took two numbers here, 36. 36 is divisible by 12. Is it? 36 is divisible by 12. Now you can check what are all the factors of 12. Factors of 12, which are all the factors? Factors of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Now we want to check whether you can divide this 36 by each of the factor. That means whether this 36 is divisible by each of these factors. Okay, we can check. What about 36 by 1 is 36. We don't get any reminder. Is it 36 by 2 is 18? Is it? 36 by 3 is 12. Is it? 36 by 4, 9. 36 by 6, 6. 36 by 12, what do you get? 3. Is it? So you can, that means this 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 are the divisors of 36. That only I have explained here. If a number is divisible by another number, then it is divisible by each of the factors of that number. So 12 factors we have written here. So each of these factors can divide. That means each of these factors is the divisor of 36. Okay. So next property. What is the next property? If a number is divisible by two co-primes, then it is divisible by their product. So if a number is divisible by two co-primes, then it is divisible by their product. So I took one number 30. 30 is divisible by both 3 and 5. What about 3 and 5? If you are dividing 30 by 3, what you will get? 10. If you are dividing 30 by 5, what you will get? 6. So you can divide this 30 by both 3, 5. Is it? And what about this 3 and 5? They are co-primes. Why? If we are taking the factors of this, you will get only one as the common factor. So these are co-prime. So what is the property saying? If a number is divisible by two co-primes, then it is divisible by their product. That means we have to check whether this 30 is divisible by the product of 3, 5. We will check what is the product of 3, 5. 15 is it? So 30 divided by 15. Yes, 15 is a divisor of 30. Is it? If you are dividing 30 by 15, what you will get? You will get 2. Is it? Without any reminder, you can divide this 30. So the property is satisfied. Second property of divisibility. Now next we will go to the third property. Property is if two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. Now we are taking two numbers 20, 44. What about 20, 44? That number is divisible by 4. Is it? 20 divided by 4 is 5. 44 divided by 4 is 11. You will get. Is it? Then what we want to check whether the sum of these two numbers. What is the sum of these two numbers? 20 plus 44. What you will get? 64. Is it? You want to check whether the 64 is divisible by 4 or not. What about the 64? If you are dividing 4, what you will get? You will get 64 by 4. 1 4s are 4. 24. 6 4s are 24. Is it? 16 you are getting. So it is that means remainder is 0 here. So 64 you can divide by. That means 64 is divisible by 4. Is it? Next one more example we are taking 12, 16. If you are taking 12, 16, it is divisible by 2. Is it? Divisible by 2. And we are adding this 12 plus 16. What you will get? 6 plus 2, 8. 1 plus 1, 2. 28. Is it? Whether it is divisible by 2? Yes. In one place only 8 is coming. 8 is divisible by 2. So this 28 is also divisible by 2. Yes, the property is satisfying here in both this example. What is the property? If two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their sum is also divisible by that number. So next property, if two given numbers are divisible by a number, then their difference is also divisible by that number. So what we found in the previous difference, that means instead of difference they scale sum only. Is it? Here difference is coming. So what we should do? two numbers I took, 75 and 40. We know that that number is divisible by 5. So what we done before, we added that number. Here what we should do, we should add 75 minus 40. Here we should subtract 75 minus 40. What will come? 35. 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 4 is 3. 35 will come. Is it? So whether this 35 is divisible by 5? Yes. 35 divided by 5 is equal to what? 7 without any remainder. Is it? So 35 is divisible by 5. So what you got? The difference is also divisible by 5.